Hello and welcome back to one of our mini training sessions on Workbooks CRM. And in this one, we're going to cover the automated scheduling of reports. So if you've got key metrics, key KPIs that you want to get out there to your user base, or do you want to save time on the running of regular common reports? Well, if yes, then this is the session for you. This is the event for you. So hello, my name is Tim Wilmot, joined today, as usual, on these sessions by my colleague Stuart Lawrence and Hein, and our company, Wiz Assistants. We're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of systems like Workbooks, and we help out organizations use simple and affordable, easy to deploy solutions to help them with sales, marketing, and customer service productivity. So thanks, those of you watching live, for joining us today for our mini training session, regular series of short workbooks presentations focusing on different topics in and around workbooks. And as I say, we're going to cover scheduling reports. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Got a question or anything that we mention, pop your question into the meeting control panel and we'll do our best to answer those at the end. So let me just get started then before I hand over to Stuart. So we are long-standing, long-established CRM providers of systems like Workbooks. We provide a number of different solutions, including Workbooks. A good few years of experience. We do anything around Workbooks, the provisioning of product, implementation, integration, customization, training, any kind of training you want, and also help desk support. So let's dive into now a very powerful part of Workbooks CRM, the scheduling of reports. And while Stuart is getting ready, I'll just run through what I see as some of the benefits of a CRM system like Workbooks, scheduling reports, running off reports automatically. Well, the first thing is consistency. By scheduling those common reports to run automatically on a regular basis, for example, like weekly. I think we're going to go through an example of a weekly report. You're going to ensure that key metrics are tracked consistently in your business without having to rely on individual users trying to remember to log on and pull off whatever that report is. Secondly, time savings. Think about it. It's going to save you time by doing this thing automatically, eliminating the need for managers or your colleagues to log in and generate the reports themselves. Thirdly, proactive insights with automated reports delivered to different users' inboxes. Then managers can hopefully spot those crucial trends and insights in a more proactive way, rather than having to dive in there and dig around and rummage around the system. So that could just enable them to be a little bit more agile and nimble-footed and insightful for decision making. Fourth, broader distribution. Scheduling reports will make it easy to distribute insights to a wider audience by automatically emailing those reports to your key people. That's going to keep people across all of your different departments. If you're a larger implementation of Workbooks, keep them all aligned on the same journey. And lastly, accountability. I think when users know that these reports are going out automatically to whoever, to their managers, then if you think about it, they're more likely to keep the data up to date. You know, when you know someone is monitoring something that you're doing, your productivity, your activity levels, then you're more likely to be using CRM, all right, every day, and updating the data in a timely manner. So another sort of spin-off benefit. Anyway, enough of me. Over to you, Stuart, and take us through an example of scheduling reports.
Thank you, Tim. Now, there are two parts to setting up scheduled emails. The first thing we need to do is to make sure we've got a report to send out. And to do this, we go through the reporting landing page, and I've got mine open here, and it's showing my reports, and that's handy as it's one of my reports that I'm sending out. And the one I'm after is named Sales Targets. And for those that are regular viewers, this is the report that includes the targets we created recently. So just make sure it's okay. It's landed on the summary tab, which is what I'm after, and there's a chart to go with it. Excellent. The second part is the people that will receive the email. And for this, you go to marketing and your mailing list. And I have a mailing list ready, and mine begins with INT to tell me it's internal. And I've got the members on my mailing list, and I've added some text so that someone doesn't come along and do a bit of housekeeping and delete it. Let's just check the three members that are going to get it, myself, Peter, and Tim. That's fine. So I'll save and close that. I can close that. And now I'm back on the reports landing page. And now you'll see this option for new scheduled email. If you don't see that option, it could be that you're not being given the capability. So check with your administrator if you need that feature added. So I'll go ahead and click on the option. And this opens up it all controlled in one section. It's defaulted to being sent by me. It's also given it the name of Workbooks report. I'm going to add to that title of it. Sales target report. That's far better. So the second part is the schedule, and it's from here that I control when this email gets sent out. And there are three settings in here. We have hourly, daily, and monthly. There's also a time and an expiry date if you're sending date critical reports. You will notice that there isn't a daily to send out on a particular day, sorry. This is just controlled by picking the day you want to send and unticking the options. So for mine, I'm going to send mine out on a Monday, 9 AM. I'm not going to set an expiry date on mine. The next part is to add the report. So I click on report, click on add, and there's a pop-up box. Now I already know my report is going to be called sales targets, so I can just add that there. I said earlier about the summary. It's the summary tab that I'm after. And what I have now are three options. I can either send the email in line, so how it would look as a report, the person opens it up and the report is in the email. I can send it as a CSV, or I could send it as an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to send it as the actual report itself, so I can save and close. Now I know that there is a chart with this report, so I'm going to add a chart as well. Again, I know that it's my sales target one. PNG is fine, and it'll come under my report. Click save and close. Back to the reports tab. Now, one nice feature here before we go any further is I can use this send now option. If I was to put my email address in the to box and click send now, it would send me this scheduled email straight away. And this just allows me to see how the email looks and before I go ahead and schedule it. So what I can do now is set this up correctly. Now I'm going to send in this to the mailing list rather than to sort of type individual names in. And if I start typing the name of my mailing list, I can just add them in one go. So I'm going to add a bit of text to the email so the email doesn't go blank. Here are this week's. So I'll go to reports. Again, save as we go. That's all fine with that. Click save to make sure I know where I am. Now, the last part is just to show you this emails tab. This emails tab would just keep an eye on all the previous emails that you've been sending out. So every time this email has gone out through a scheduled task, it will be listed here so you can make sure nothing's been missed. It's all been scheduled. Back to main. daily 9 o'clock on a Monday. And if I click save and close, that email is added to my scheduled tasks and will be sent out to those recipients every Monday at 9. And that's scheduled emails.
Yeah, thanks very much, Stuart. So as we can see, or hopefully as you can see, using this feature, it's going to save you time over that sort of manual creation, running of regular reports. And Stuart's covered the sort of basics of creating that schedule and the formats that we support in Workbooks, the frequency and the formats we support, formats being within the email, attached CSV, or Excel. So thanks very much, Stuart, for that. Let me just come back to me and we can handle any questions that people have got around this feature. So pop your questions in. Those of you on here live. Stuart, we've got a question from Noah. Can you do both inline and attach CSV at the same time? So that, yeah, so within the email and then attach a file at the same time.
Yes, you can. Sorry, yeah, I didn't show that one. Yeah, you would just add the report twice. The first time you add it, you would set the format is inline. You would then go back and add the report again. And the second time you would set it as either Excel or CSV.
Okay. Question from Leslie. What about weekly? Oh, I think actually, Leslie, I think we answered the question about weekly frequency. Leslie's asking about weekly, please, but then I think we answered that. So ignore that, Stuart, as you were. Henry, where can you see a list of all the reports going out? Yes, like a global,
right.
just like a global
yes.
way of.
So on the reports landing page, in the same place where I clicked on the option to click up new scheduled email, once you have created a scheduled email, a new view is created for you called all scheduled emails and my scheduled emails. And you click on the my scheduled emails and it will show you all the scheduled emails that you have created.
Okay. Right, I hope that answered your question, Henry. Right, I think that's it, Stuart. I can't see any more questions here. Right, so just a little bit more information for you. As we explained on our last session, there has been, Workbooks have announced this December the 1st price increase. Not a lot, just to keep in line with things, general price increases out there. They don't happen every year, but there's a small increase anyway, that we can make you aware of all the changes to your subscription. Hopefully you've been keeping an eye on bulletins coming out from Workbooks on their latest information. And well, I guess about this time of year, one of the most important things was looking at your accounting periods. If you're running, tracking, creating financial transactions in Workbooks, then using the calendar, then it's a sort of timely reminder this time of year to check your accounting periods are all set up in readiness for January 2024. So if you haven't done so yet, then take a look at that and get them sorted out. And one less thing to think about in the new year. Just a reminder about training on Workbooks. We do a very popular one-day mastering Workbooks training course, fairly advanced stuff, to be honest with you. So not meant for newbie users, really those people want to go to another level with Workbooks and their understanding of the power of the application. So contact us for details on that. We've got another one just before Christmas, another one in January. Yeah, I think we're about done on this session. Scheduling reports, automated scheduling reports in Workbooks. If you're a Workbooks CRM user and you've got any ideas about another topic that you'd like us to cover on our Workbooks 101 sessions here, Stuart and I, we scratch our head every week thinking of a session then please help us out. If you've got any good ideas about any really really useful things that you'd like to know about workbooks that you think might be of interest to the wider community, let us know, myself or Stuart. So thanks very much, those of you on here live, for your time. We'll catch up with you on the next event. Bye-bye.